Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. This video is part of a larger series where we see what the Jets could end up doing this offseason with the number 2 overall pick in the draft. In this particular video, they'll trade that pick away and get Deshaun Watson from the Texans. And really what I did was the Jets have 2 first-round picks this year and next year. I traded the first 2 round picks for this year and 1 of the first round picks for next year. So 3 first round picks and Sam Darnold. I traded the 3 first round picks and Sam Darnold to the Texans for Deshaun Watson. Here he is. Here's the proof. Sam Darnold, 24 years of age, on the Houston Texans. Now, whether a move like this would really happen in real life, that's up for you to decide. I'm just going to, again, there's so many options at quarterback with the number 2 overall pick for the Jets to take. I thought it'd be fun to experiment and see what would happen in each one. So, again, this is part of a larger series. This particular episode's about Deshaun Watson. Let's see if we can build the Jets around him and maybe win a Super Bowl or something. So before heading into the draft for this year, I'll show you the current offensive lineup after free agency. We were able to re-sign a few folks. Unfortunately, not able to re-sign some others. But here's Deshaun Watson at the helm, superstar dev. I signed 2 running backs in free agency, again, because we don't have as many picks in the draft as we wanted. So I got James White, who's pretty versatile. He'll catch the ball, he'll run the ball. I thought it was a great addition for Deshaun Watson in the backfield. And then I got Mark Ingram, kind of a veteran power back, along with these guys were already on the roster. Our receivers, not a terribly exciting core for Deshaun to work with, but we can work on that in future seasons here. Jamison Crowder, he's going to do really well, I'm expecting. Rashad Perryman I re-signed mainly for his speed. I really, really admire his speed. And here's Mims, a rookie that the Jets picked up last year. We should hopefully see him grow into his wide receiver position with Watson at the helm. On the defensive side, I think our biggest heartbreaker was not being able to re-sign Marcus May. That being said, we were able to get Brian Poole back in. And keep in mind here, with head coach Robert Saleh, we're switching from a 3-4 to a 4-3 defense. Also, by the way, I'm setting the offense and defensive playbooks to San Francisco. So I had to sign a veteran D tackle to go along with the one we already had because we were switching from 1 to 2. Maybe we could pick up another one in the draft. Also here, CJ Mosley will be our middle linebacker when he's done being injured. I picked up a left outside linebacker and was able to re-sign Janoris Jenkins here. And at full safety, we're going to have Ashton Davis start once he's not injured anymore. I really liked him coming out of the draft last year, and I think he'll do a really good job in that position. And maybe we pick up a decent, strong safety in the draft. Then on special teams real quick, we got man at punter, and I was able to sign Will Lutz in free agency. And right before we hop in the draft, for those who care, I had to send through the Super Bowl. Again, it was Kansas City, Tampa Bay, and just like in a previous episode or video I did here, the Chiefs won that game 28-24. I don't know if that's going to happen every single time due to just the way the computer does it, but if it is randomized, 28-24 has been the outcome twice so far. So here we are at the draft. I hope the Jaguars will go the obvious route of picking Trevor Lawrence first, but we're letting the computer decide. Even though we don't have any first-round picks, our first pick isn't until the second round, I'll just really quickly run through this first round. I think it'll be fun to let Madden do a little mock draft here for us. So with the first overall pick, the Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence. Cool. Now with the second pick, let's see how the Houston Texans are able to start, I guess, their rebuild with the second overall pick in this year's draft, and they go with Penei Sewell, probably the second best player in this year's draft behind Trevor Lawrence. Falcons with number 3 go with Jamar Chase. Dolphins go Kyle Pitts. Bengals take Justin Fields. That So I know that doesn't make sense. I'm sure you as a viewer know that that doesn't make sense because they already spent their first round pick last year on Joe Burrow, who played really well. Maybe because he's injured? Why would you waste the 5th overall pick on a quarterback? See, there's faults in Madden. Anyway, that sucks. This is going to ruin the realistic stuff. But anyway, Eagles take Devontae Smith. Lions take Jalen Waddle. Rashad Bateman to the Panthers. Broncos take Davion Nixon. Cowboys will go with Michael Parsons. The Giants pick Zaven Collins. 49ers go with Patrick Surtain. For the 13th pick, the Vikings go full safety. Chargers go cornerback with Caleb Farley. Patriots pick Christian Barmore. Cardinals go Gregory Rousseau. 17th overall pick, Joseph Asai to Las Vegas Raiders. Dolphins, with their second pick in the first round, take Wyatt Davis. Zach Wilson to the Washington football team. Bears go with outside linebacker. Colts go tight end here in the first round. Titans pick up Jalen Phillips, left end. The Texans, with another one of our picks, get another offensive lineman in Trey Smith. So the Texans decided to go 2 offensive linemen in this year's draft. Next pick, the Steelers go with Bolton, middle linebacker. Jaguars, with their second pick of the first round, go with a full safety, Holland. Browns go Kendrick, cornerback. Ravens, Sean Wade, cornerback. Saints go Pay, right end, out of Michigan. The Bills pick up Rashawn Slater. Packers go with Carlos Basham Jr. at right end. The Buccaneers, Joe Tryon, outside linebacker. And finally, the Chiefs in the first round do Terrace Marshall, wide receiver. Still a lot of good players left. Let's see who the Jaguars pick with the first pick of the second round. And they go Jabril Cox, outside linebacker. And here's where we get to make our first decision. I decided to go with a defensive tackle in Tyler Shelvin. 72 overall, but unfortunately just a normal dev. Alright, so here's a quick recap of our draft for this year. Again, we traded away our 2 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. And so our first pick wasn't until the second round. And that's when we got Tyler Shelvin. And he's a 72 normal dev. In the third round, I saw that Rondale Moore was available. And I thought that he was the best available player in the draft. And, you know, his injury history is shaky. But, man, is he a good wide receiver. And he turned out to be 73 hidden dev. So we're expecting a lot out of him. I went and I found a strong safety in Richie Grant in the third round. He's 69 normal dev. In the fourth round, I was pretty surprised to see Quincy Roche still available. He's 71 also. Yeah, he's also normal dev. And then, you know, Trill Williams, Anthony Schwartz, who's one of the fastest men in college football, another D tackle, and an outside linebacker for good measure. And that's kind of what our draft looked like here. Okay, here we are at week 1 of the 2021 season. We're at an 80 overall across the board here. And here's a look at the starting lineup. Deshaun Watson again at the helm. Mark Ingram is our fullback and power back. James White, our leading rusher. We've got Jamison Crowder on one side with Brashad Perryman on the other. And our third string is rookie Rondale Moore. And I think as he starts to develop, maybe we switch him into wide receiver 2. Maybe I do that now. Yeah. We drafted him. Might as well. Okay. Yeah, Rondale Moore and Jamison Crowder and Speedy Perriman there. It'll be third. Our O-line is looking okay. Yeah, as good as you could expect for a first year of a rebuild here. Defensively, we're seeing a lot more silver than we did before. I think upgrading our cornerbacks is going to have to be a point of emphasis in the coming seasons. Our linebackers are looking pretty good. Ashton Davis again starting full safety. And here's our rookie strong safety that we drafted, Grant, starting for us. And we'll see how this goes here. First game for Deshaun Watson in a Jets uniform. I'd like to just play the moments, see what he looks like, see how well he plays with the team, get a feel for it, go from there. Okay, Jaguars have the ball. They're in the red zone and they score. Defense wasn't able to hold them on the first drive, but we have the ball. Third down alert, red zone alert, third down alert, kick a field goal, and okay, thank you, Will Lutz. Let's see what we can do here. Don't let them score again. Heading into the half, please. Can we hold them to a field goal? No. They score another touchdown, it looks like. 2-minute drill, and we don't capitalize. Okay, it's 16-3 here against the freaking Jags. Come on, third down alert, red zone alert. Score a touchdown here, guys. Okay, 10-6. It is 10-6, third down alert. We have the ball, fourth down alert. 13-16. Come on, hold them. Nope, they score. It's a 10-point game heading into the fourth. Oh, wow. This is disappointing. This is disappointing. Nothing we can do here. They score again. Let's keep the drive alive. Doesn't matter. Game's already over. There he is, Deshaun Watson in New York. Rainy, gloomy. And, okay. Well, that was disappointing. No one likes to start 0-1 in the season. Looks like Trevor Lawrence had a bit of a better game than Deshaun. Deshaun with only 1 touchdown and 1 turnover. Only 196 yards. Rushing-wise, James White did pretty well. He did really well. Mark Ingram, on the other hand, geez Louise. Looks like on the receiving end of things, Jamison Crowder put in the work for the Jets. Herndon pretty much, he had a pretty solid game too. I guess our backup tight end had the only touchdown reception of the game, and he currently leads the team in touchdown receptions. Okay. Well, we got our sneak peek there of Deshaun Watson in a Jets uniform, and man, it was dark and gloomy, and we lost. I think the only thing left to do is just to sim to the midway point of this first season and see how they're looking. Alright, at the midway point, it looks like the Jets are 2-5 and in last place of the division. Obviously, it's not where you want to be, but this is already matching the Jets' 2-win from last year. So if we can win at least, one more game in the second half of the season, at least we did better than last year. Deshaun is not having a really great year. These are some pretty low numbers, at least compared to the rest of the league. 8 interceptions is a lot for him at this point in the year. That's at least 1 interception per game, with only 11 touchdowns to show for it. Our rushing game is pretty alright. It looks like we're sharing the ball quite a lot. Receiving-wise, it looks like Perryman's leading the team in touchdown receptions with 4, but it looks like we're spreading the ball around. Let's see if this team can turn things around the second half of the season here. Well, how do you like that? They fired Robert Saleh. They fired Robert Saleh because the Jets went 4-12. I mean, it's better than last season. But I guess when you trade all of your first-round picks in Deshaun Watson, you kind of start to get a win-now mentality. Even though the rest of the team isn't good, it's not just one person. Deshaun finished 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 13 interceptions. I can't imagine that's one of his better years. Rushing-wise, again, it was a team effort, and looks like, again, for sharing the ball the way that this group did, that's not a bad rushing team at all. Receiving-wise, nobody passed 1,000 yards. Rondale Moore, however, with 8 touchdowns in his rookie year, is not a bad accolade at all. Defensively, our 2 middle linebackers led the team in tackles. We did terrible when it came to sacks. And Bryce Hall led the team with 3 interceptions. Deshaun isn't on the list for MVP considerations. I'm assuming we didn't win Coach of the Year because we got fired. Nobody from the Jets was an Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Nobody on the Jets is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Ooh, Rondale Moore came in second place for Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year was our strong safety, Richie Grant. Best quarterback, Deshaun does not make the list. Running back, nobody. Don't make the list for best wide receiver, even though we had the Rookie of the Year. That's weird. Well, I mean, after seeing all of that, I know we only won 4 games, but the team showed promise, statistically. And we could only go up from here. We're going to improve the team, draft more players for Deshaun to work with. But I guess after just one season with Robert Saleh, the Jets were prepared to fire him. And so I guess this video comes to an untimely end. Well, I was going to see if I can sim to the next 10 years and try and get a snapshot of what Deshaun Watson's career would have looked like, but I guess they're forcing me to retire already. That sucks. I guess what that means is that if Deshaun goes to the Jets, he's not going to win, and no one's going to be happy, and they're going to fire Robert Saleh. Sorry, this video was shorter than expected. Leave a comment if you want me to try this one again. And if not, you'll be seeing more videos like this. We'll see what happens if maybe the Jets go with Jimmy G. Maybe they draft Zach Wilson, Trey Lance. Who knows? I got a whole list of these I'm going to try and do for you. So leave a comment for more suggestions. And make sure to check out bestaavailableplayer.com for more cool content like this.